I've done some wrapping on this piece, and so you can see that it can't fall out from any directions, but it looks a little wonky. The wires are kind of like haphazardly put there. So once you have something like this, I want you to go ahead in and tighten the edges. I'm going to snip off this extra tail and tuck that under so it doesn't, you know, cut anybody. And then I'm going to look at my design. And I'm looking at it, this is the front, this is the back. However, it can be worn both ways really. And I want this to be a little tighter in here. See, it moves around, and my wires, they need to be more straight and more intentional. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go around, and I like to pinch the edges down a little bit. And what that does is that makes it in there a little tighter. So I'm gonna go around and do that first. And if you can see it, I'm just pinching this down a little bit where it was like more open. That makes it hug along the stone a little bit more, makes the stone in there a little bit tighter, and in the end, we'll make it look a little nicer too, because we're trying to make something comfortable, visually appealing, and functional because it needs to hold the stone in place. So we're thinking about 3 things at a time, which is, it's a lot to think about. So now I have this in here. Now it's not really moving. So now it's in there. So now I'm gonna look at the edges and I'm gonna say, okay, I want my wires to be a little more intentional there. So I would start to move my wires with the pliers, of course. And for example, like this one, just kind of straightening them out, making them seem more intentional with where I'm putting them. Okay, now this one's kind of driving me nuts. I want to make this more intentional too. So I'm going to pinch that like that. And I'm just kind of playing around with the wire right now, everybody. I'm just kind of figuring out where I want the wire to be and go. So now I have this piece that's a lot tighter, a lot stronger. It's not falling out. I can move it and push it and it's not gonna go anywhere. So from there, I might add more wire. I could add more wire if I want more detail, or I could stop there. But that is the general idea of how to make a framed wire wrapped piece. Here's a few more examples. So each one's different depending on, this one's cool because I kind of went with the contour of the stone. Okay, that's one technique.